I call Pini Henare.
Excellent, Mr. Chair. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I rise to make a brief contribution while still on the preamble. Sir, I look and I've read through the bill and I've listened to many of the contributions, and I pick up the words in the preamble that says the Papawai and Kaikokirikiri Trusts Board wishes to describe better the relationship between Papawai, Kaikokirikiri Trusts Board and the bishops of Te Upoko o Te Ika and Tangata Whenua of Wairarapa. Sir, as I've read through this and also the commentary with regard to the preamble, there doesn't appear to be much of a description about what that relationship entails amongst those groups. Surely, I think it does a pretty decent job at describing and defining who those groups are. That's pretty straightforward. My colleagues on this side of the House have asked questions about Tangata Whenua of Wairarapa and how you could come unstuck if you start defining what that means. But also my colleague Rino Tirikatene has mentioned about the definition of bishop. But to the preamble, sir, it does say describe better the relationship. And as I've read through the commentary and as I've searched through the bill, I don't think it does that, sir. So I wonder why it refers to it there, because if I take it, if you're going to describe that relationship, you would have some sort of markers and achievement as a grouping of several, as it says in the bill, of different entities. You would describe how that relationship would work moving forward. You do that by having markers or goals or outcomes, I guess, that you'd expect to see in that relationship working better between all of those entities. Sir, I don't think that I haven't seen in this particular bill where it does that. Like I said, I see that there are some pretty good descriptions about the entities involved, but I'm yet to see any language, in fact, and I wonder if the member and the chair can help me understand this a bit better, how this particular bill describes better the relationship between Papawai and Kaikokirikiri Trusts Board, the Bishop of Te Upoko o Te Ika, and Tangata Whenua of Wairarapa. That's something in legislation that if we're not going to describe what that relationship might look like, or certainly assist that relationship in working together in the future more clearly and more defined, then I wonder what's the purpose of having that there, sir. So that was my only question with regard to the preamble. We've been around the traps. In fact, we've been across Polynesia. We're back now here, and I just do have that question still, sir, for the member and the chair, in the hope that we can get an answer.